Hello and welcome to another Zach Carnage video, and today we're going to be doing a music tutorial. A while ago I showed you how to play To Build a Home by the Cinematic Orchestra, and this time we're going to be looking at how to play Eyes Closed by The Narrative. Now I'm not going to do the lyrics, I'm just going to do the guitar part, and keep in mind this is a variation on the original guitar part based on listening to it. It's not the actual way to perform it. So to get on, the verse is two main parts which alternate, and then there's a chorus part. It's quite a simple song, so we'll just get on and do it. Right, for this variation you're going to need the guitar in standard tuning E, A, D, G, B, E. I'm going to show you how it's played very slowly, and I'll come back out a bit and then I'll go closer so I can show you where my fingers are on the frets. That's the first part of the verse, and you're going to be using it a lot, so get closer and show you what I'm doing. Start off with a chord of the D and the high E string. We're going to slide our finger from the first fret to the second fret. Then we play a D. Then that same E again. Then a D again. Then take the finger off and play the E, open. Play the D again. We're basically alternating. Then we go to the B string, playing third fret. Play the D again. Second fret for the B string, D again, third, D, and third. That's the first part. Then we're going to play it again. Except you see that we switched the very last note from playing the B on the third fret to playing it on the second. So this is all alternate picking between either the high E or the B, and playing with your thumb on the D string. Okay, so we'll take a look at what the other hand does for this first part. So you can see the alternate picking there. And that's the first part. Okay, so after you've learned the first part of the verse, the second part is much simpler. You're gonna do this. So basically we've got the third finger of the left hand on the B string, third fret, and the first finger on the low E string on the third fret as well. And this part, we'll show you the right hand for this because it's much simpler where you're not going to move your left hand for the whole of this. And what we do is we play the E and the B at the same time as a chord. And then you play the E again. And that B again, so you're going to go E and B together, E, B, then E, and then you go down to the G string, so you're going to play that while it's open, and then you're just alternating between the G and the B. So you're going together, E, B, E, G, E, B, E, G, going through that. So you can see that with both parts we're playing them twice, although with the first part we have that slight variation. And that's all you need for the verse. Okay, so moving on to the chorus. This has a similar right hand to the verse, but it's got a very different left hand. So we start off with this chord shape. So third finger is on the B, third fret, which means you don't have to move it from the verse. The little finger goes on the fourth fret of the G, and the first finger goes on the second fret of the A. So I'm not actually using my middle finger for this bit. And it should sound like this. Okay, so the right hand for the chorus is going to copy exactly what it did for the duration of the second part of the verse. So it's exactly the same with the right hand. Except obviously you're playing the new strings. So in this case, instead of playing the E, we're going to play the A with the thumb. And you're playing the B string with the third finger and the G string with the first finger. And then alternating with those. So it's together, then A, B, A, G, A, B, A, G. Okay, that's the first part of the chorus. Right, for the second part of the chorus, we're going to play exactly what we did in the verse as for the second part. So that second part of the verse is very important. Remember, we've got our third finger on the third fret for the B string, and first finger on the third fret of the low E. And we're playing that together and then alternate. Okay, so carrying on with the chorus, what you do is start off with that first part, then switch to the second part, back to the first part again, second part again, first part again, and now it switches to an alternate part for the end of the chorus, where you can remove your hand from the rest of it, and you put your third finger on the second fret of the B, and your second finger on the second fret of the G. And the same picking style, using your thumb on the A. So I'll just show you that. The thumb on the A here, and third finger on the B, and second on the G. Okay, so the chorus all together should sound something like this. So for the right hand, for the final part of the chorus, you start off with that alternate picking, so you go together, A, B, A, G, and then you just play them together again. And that's the end of the chorus. Okay, so after the final chorus, there's a brief bit where the start of the first verse is played, and then it cuts out, it fades out, and then it goes to a chord section. Now, for playing this acoustic, I find that you don't need to play the complicated chord progression that they play, and for a much easier version, which even a beginner like myself can play, is very simply beginning with a D chord, and then we switch to a G. And essentially you just alternate between those two. So if you don't know how to play those, or if you don't know how I'm playing them, first finger goes on the second fret of the G string, the second goes on the second fret of the high E, and then the third finger goes on the third fret of the B string in between, and you can use your thumb to silence the lower strings. Then for the G, you put your first finger on the second fret of the A string, then your second finger goes on the third fret of the E, and your third finger goes on the third fret of the high E. So both of the E's have been raised to the third fret, and the A has been raised up one fret. And then for the final singing part, you basically play those two chords, although less, basically. So you go, you start off. And then the words come in, and you just shorten it. Finish on a D. So, okay, this is just a little tip for helping with the verse, because I had a bit of a problem when I was first playing it. Because what happens is when you finish playing the second part of the verse, the strings will keep ringing. And they'll keep going like that into the second part of the verse. So you need to deaden them by perhaps putting your hand against the strings in between switching over to the high E again, so that you can start off with the first part, because you don't want those extra strings to keep ringing throughout the first part of the chorus. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful to you. As you can probably tell, I'm still kind of learning this piece, but I do find that teaching is the best way to learn. So thanks for watching. If you got any comments or suggestions, don't forget you can leave them down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.